Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, and I spent my morning making sure I had everything packed and organizing my stuff. Finished filling the dishwasher, but forgot to turn it on. And I left my house in my pajamas because I wanted to. And I didn't want to get dressed without having a shower first. So I'm still in my pajamas in the afternoon, or it's not quite 1 yet, because I'm not getting dressed until I take my shower, and I haven't done that yet. But okay, so I did a load of laundry. I sat with the animals and loved on them. I'm a town away from my own city. I'm in a smaller suburbia area, I guess, of my city. So anyway, I don't know if you can hear the birds singing, but they've just been singing a beautiful song all day because it's not hot, it's not cold. The sky is blue with fluffy clouds, just a few. And there's just a gentle breeze that's hitting the wind. These are heavy wind chimes, so it takes more breeze than mine at my house to get them to ding. But it's a very loud, powerful ding. I love it. Anyway, so I've got an entire load of laundry done. I drove here tired this morning. I considered taking a nap. I might regret not taking the nap, but if I took a nap, I knew it would be harder to get my boost of energy. And then this way, hopefully I can get to sleep earlier, wake up earlier tomorrow, and then just keep that rhythm going for as long as I can until the moon fucks with me again, or one of the planets. Okay, so for the last hour and for a couple of days, I've been doing a deep dive on Bashar again because I'm just really resonating with him. And obviously Bashar is not his real name. That's just the name we're going by because it's easy for humans to say Bashar rather than his real name. And he's an alien, assassinasi, or I don't remember what it's called anyway. He's an alien. His spaceship resides in Sedona, Arizona, and they are helping to protect the planet, and they are assisting us with raising the vibration of the earth because the earth is overwhelmed and can no longer handle the abuse from humans. So they are helping to raise the vibration of humans, and my vibration has been raised significantly. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Lisa Lovestone. I am a Reiki master, and I don't know, I'm 60. I live in the South, y'all. But you know, I'm obviously not a Southerner, right? And I love being in this home. I'm pet sitting and I love being here. This is a house filled with love, and there used to be 2 dogs and a cat here. Now there's 1 dog and a cat here because the army is sending them to Italy, and the 1 dog could not go to Italy with them because he has some behavior issues, aggressive behavior issues, which he's never really shown with me except for on walks when another dog approaches or even a human. But like just around me, he would behave, and if he was trying to bully the kitty, I'd say, no, Roshi, and he would stop, you know. So it wasn't, he's not out of control, but to try to take an animal who does get out of control and is aggressive from the United States to Italy, that's asking too much for the dog and for the humans. So they put him in a foster home for his breed, which is, what is his breed? Boxer? No, not boxer, not pit bull. I can't remember. Anyway, I know that's a lot of information you could probably really care less about. Sorry about that. Anyway, okay, so I am pet sitting. What I wanted to say was the kitty. Her name is Memory, and we call her Memmy. And she's sleeping. Let me just bring you over here so you can see her, because she is so beautiful, and she is a really special kitty. She is an incredible cat. She is, look at her, look at her. Look at her. Mommy. Oh, my baby. She's so soft. She's some kind of an Angora cat. Oh, my sweet, sweet baby. I love you so much. Look how beautiful she is. I can't even tell you how freaking amazing this cat is. She's very amazing. Anyway, so these guys have been packing and selling stuff, and so the house is really starting to look different. She is a gray tabby Turkish Angora. So, yeah. Isn't it amazing how I look about 30 pounds lighter when I'm sitting up at a table or standing up, as opposed to when I'm sitting in my comfy chair and I'm all like that? Because I can't sit up in that comfy chair and everything just kind of, and my neck goes like this because I'm looking down at everything. And then it's like, oh, I magically just lost 30 pounds sitting in a different kind of chair. I notice it. I don't know if you guys are noticing it, but I'm noticing it. I mean, like I said, I'm not really big on the aesthetics, obviously. I haven't even brushed my hair yet, or washed my face. And I made extra matcha this morning because I knew I was going to need it. So I've got my mushroom matcha. This matcha is a little different because it's half normal matcha and half mushroom matcha. Anyway, I know. I don't know. My vibration is really high today. I'm very happy. And I chose, obviously, today to be happy. But when I made that choice, then like the universe like pitched in and gave me a little bit of extra And, you know, I spent time with the animals, and that just brings me a lot of joy. And Memmy, oh my God, she is the kitty of kitties. Well, probably other than Michael. Michael is one of my colony kitties that I want to bring him home so bad. Hold on. Okay, Google. Play music from Enya.
Okay, here's Enya on YouTube Music.
I don't know what's going on with it today. It's not playing like a bunch of songs. It's playing like one or two and then it stops. That's not normal.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
No. Okay, Google, play music by Enya. It was still listening to me.
Magic begins this summer at Walt Disney World Resort.
And of course, there has to be a fucking commercial. There we go. Okay, why am I here? What have I been deep diving and studying and playing a Bashar video over and over and over again and taking notes and just, okay, so you know how maybe you're experiencing this? I most certainly am. It's really, you know how Bashar said, you will have what you need when you need it? It's freaking real, okay? Now, sometimes things are like, what is happening here? Why is this happening? And because my car, right, the lights on the dashboard came on again. And I'm like, no, not again. Right? But overall, and I didn't even speak it out loud. It's been in my mind. I don't think I spoke it out loud. Maybe I did. But anyway, this is what's been on my mind. I have been very open and honest about losing relationships. Last year, I lost my best of besties for the second time, basically over the very same exact situation where, you know, you do that once, I can forgive it, but you do the same fucking thing again, and I'm sorry. I can't continue in this relationship knowing that behavior is there and knowing that that's how you really feel. That my relationship is not that important to you. And when somebody says I love you, but they don't even love themselves, they're not capable of loving you the way you need to be loved, or the way that maintains the relationship. Now, has she come a long way? Yes. We worked on her our entire friendship. We worked on each other. She mirrored me a lot. And I became very self-aware of a lot of things. And I'm grateful for that. But, you know, it was time for me to move on. You know, when she made a choice to choose something over helping me when I was distraught and my PTSD had been triggered. And when I asked for help 3 times within about a 3-week period, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't remember now. It's been a while. It was right after Hurricane Helene. So Hurricane Helene was the 27th of September of 2024. And so beginning around August, September, October, beginning around October 5th, I asked her for her time. She offered for me to come to her house. I couldn't make it over there, and besides, her boyfriend was there, and I wanted to be alone with her. So I waited a week, and then I got busy with pet sitting. I waited a week, and then again, I said, I really need your help. I just need you. And she's like, well, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to get out there in all, there's trees down, there's electric lines down. Well, it had been cleared enough that people were getting around. I was getting around. I was going from house to house, letting dogs out to pee and pet sitting and getting to the grocery store and getting to the gas station. I was doing it. Many people were doing it. Some people had to go back to work or had to get groceries or had to whatever, right? And some people just ran out there, well, not to the lake, but they went to another lake where the hurricane didn't affect and went boating to just get out of town and go camping and get away from not having electricity. Anyway, and then the third time, she was like, you can come over here. I'm with him. I'm busy right now. I'm with him. It's like, I know she was going through a lot. Her apartment flooded. I get that. But she was going somewhere with him, so she could go somewhere with him. She could meet me halfway. Right? Because I didn't want to express myself with him around. Because it wasn't for him. It was for her and I. Our bestie relationship. And then I couldn't accept that behavior because that was the second time it happened. You never choose someone else over your best friend. No. You never choose someone else over your children. Because we're the ones that are always going to be there. Always. You can always count on us. Right? Us who are best friends, who would fucking die for you? Literally? Huh. No. I would have died for her. I loved her that much. I still love her. But I'm not going to die for her. Nope. If I felt like it would serve a purpose, then yes, I would. And maybe that's something I need to work on. All right. So, and then as I mentioned, I had another falling out. And then based on somebody saying to me, being your friend is hard. Being my friend is hard? Oh, well then don't be my friend. Yeah, I know. I'm a really ethical, moral person. I know that. I just got reminded of that recently. Wow, you are really ethical. Like it was a bad thing. When we went out to the lake, and there's something called the honor box. When there's nobody manning the little guard shack where you pay to get in, there's something called an honor box. You take this envelope out, you put some money in it, $5, That's not asking much for paying people to work there and keeping it maintained. So, I didn't have a 5, I had a 10. And she got upset with me because I insisted on paying it. And I didn't have a 5, I had a 10. She's like, you're really ethical, aren't you? And I'm like, I just see it as doing the right thing. I appreciate the fact that I can come here and enjoy myself. I'll pay $5 for that. That's cheap entertainment. Or even 10. So, then the other friend, we all know, you know, a continuation over a few years now of her forgetting about me, forgetting that I even exist sometimes, and just disregarding me, like putting me on the bottom shelf constantly, not once in a while, constantly. And saying nasty, mean, hurtful things to me. And I would keep forgiving it, and I would keep forgiving it because I know that just like me, she had a narcissistic parent and she's severely wounded. But if she's not gonna try to help herself and she's just gonna shit all over me, well, that's not self-love on my part, is it? To allow that. So I had to end it. Do I still care about her? Yeah. So this is what I did. I was like, are my boundaries too unachievable? Are my boundaries too strict? Is my wall too high? Is my wall too thick? Am I being oversensitive? And my spirit guides kept telling me that I'm doing okay. Like, spirit guides, are my boundaries healthy? Yes. Are they too healthy? No. They're healthy in the sense of where my vibration is. This is where my vibration is. And it's impossible for me to have a relationship with someone who's vibing down here. It's gonna clash or it's unattainable. So are my boundaries making me unattainable to have a relationship? Then yes. Because my vibration is here. I'm self-improving every single day. I choose that over being not healed, living with the pain, living with the sadness, living with temporary joy. I choose healing. I choose self-love. I choose raising my vibration because it is easier than living with that. I lived with that long enough and I've been wanting out of it for a very long time. And I have slowly made my way. And when I got into Reiki, I just kind of went, and when I became Reiki master, And when I got attuned to my drum as a Reiki master, something about that particular attunement was pretty on fire, right? I'm not saying everybody should be a Reiki master. No, I'm just saying for me in my path, this is what's happening. This is my path, okay? All right, so what have I learned from Bashar? What is my newest deep dive? Me questioning, am I doing the right thing? Am I wrong? Right? Okay, well, an alien who has, the wisdom far beyond humans, and we're all from the same source, so they're not really aliens. They're just aliens to many humans. But, they are way emotionally, mentally, way advanced beyond a human. So, am I gonna listen to him? Yeah. Yep. So, this is what I learned. If an individual insists on continuing in a vibration that is not compatible with yours, you may find that the law of repulsion will push you both away from one another. Okay? Because the vibrations are not compatible. Love, this is about unconditional love. Believe it or not, just take a listen. Love people in such an unconditional way that you allow them to choose to maintain their behaviors or not. You're not gonna have a fit about it. You're not gonna create drama about it. You're just gonna ease back and allow them to make the choice. Okay? I'm healing. I'm making better choices for my life that reflect self-love. I'm coming up here. You can come with me. But if you continue to choose this behavior, these actions, they're not compatible with me. So they're making a choice. You're allowing them to make a choice. And that is unconditional love. You're not demanding. You're not insisting. You're not manipulating. You're just easing back. Right? Do not reinforce their behaviors or choices, their negative behavior, by continuing to allow it. You know what? You reinforce bad behavior with their kids and they will not change, right? If you laugh at them when they're naughty, you've just reinforced that naughty behavior. So, sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to demonstrate to the other person that there are consequences for their actions. There are consequences for their low vibrating behavior, their negative behavior. And there is a consequence. For every action is a reaction. That's a universal law. So sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to demonstrate the consequences of another's behavior or action when it's low vibing and negative, is by moving away. And you can try moving away a little bit, which I have done. And I've tried to come back in a little bit, test the waters. Because the relationship was important to me. If they recognize that there is a consequence of their choice or behavior, because they no longer can be in this relationship with you, with us. If they recognize that there is a consequence, like, oh, if I continue in this manner, the consequences is I lose this friendship. If they recognize that by you pulling away permanently, and stay true to yourself. Hold on to that boundary because it's self-love. If you go back, it's self-sabotage. And that's what we don't want to do. If they realize that there's a consequence and it brings them to a realization that they actually do want to be in a relationship with you. This relationship is important to me. I want to be in this relationship. I care about this person. I would like to spend time with this person. I enjoy this person. This person means a lot to me. Then maybe this distance will allow them, this consequence will allow them the opportunity, right? Because we're not making any demands, we're not manipulating, we've just stepped back, given them space, allow them the opportunity to make their choices, and they have this opportunity now to make a change within themselves that will assist them in raising their own vibration to be more compatible with ours. Not saying they have to be up there with us, but when you make a choice to become more than you are, to heal, that just by making the choice and sticking with it, that alone raises your vibration. So that you're not this far apart, but you're, right? And your vibration will recognize this. Your inner self, your higher self will recognize it, right? And it brings you to more of a vibrational equality, even though you might still be here, you're not here. Okay? It's not so far reaching. Okay. Okay, so this can give them the opportunity to become more compatible with us and our vibration. If we remain in the incompatible vibrational relationship, we reinforce their negative behaviors and they will never see a need to change. Necessity creates invention, right? Necessity creates the need for change, the desire for change. If there's no necessity, why do anything? Give them the opportunity to realize there is another choice available to them. See? There's no controlling. There's no demanding. Everything is free flow. They have these choices. Right? Now, from a higher perspective, that's us, like with no human form, but just the spirit part of us, from that higher perspective, if they don't choose to make the changes necessary to remain in a relationship with us, they can possibly make that choice in their next life. So maybe they don't make that choice in this life, but they might make it in their next life. However, this is my last life on this planet as a human. I'm not coming back as a human ever again. So, I might choose to be a spirit guide. I might do what my dad did and just go experience life on another planet for 100, 200, 300 years based on human time. Okay. So, from a higher perspective, if they don't choose to make the changes necessary in this lifetime to remain in a relationship with us, they can possibly choose to make that choice in their next life. Our souls are infinite, so we have an eternity to make choices that serve our highest good. Okay, so that is today's lesson, teaching, inspiration, higher knowledge. I hope it's helpful if you've been going through something similar, because I know there are a lot of people saying on the media, social media, that they're losing friends. And so if you make that choice, be prepared, because when you change your life. when you heal, your life changes in ways that you can't even imagine. But I was really like struggling with this. I'm like, I need some help. I need some insight. I need a higher perspective. You know? I'm always self-checking, always making sure I am not the one that's wrong. Because if I'm wrong, I will fix it. I'm not too proud to apologize. I'm not too proud to say I made a mistake. I'm not too proud to say, oh, I was of a certain belief and that belief was not serving me and I had to evaluate my belief system. You know? Because we are human and we are learning. This life is an experience. So I'm always checking myself and double checking to be sure. So I hope this helps you. All right. This video is getting too long. It's going to take too long for me to upload it, so I got to end it now. Hopefully at some point I can buy a new computer that has more space and can upload a video, you know, in 30 seconds or something rather than 40 minutes. Continue to practice unconditional love. And this just paints a bigger, broader picture of what unconditional love looks like. Unconditional love does not look like being a doormat and letting people walk all over you. No. Or allowing bad behaviors because you are choosing to unconditionally love others. No, that's not unconditional love. That is conditional love based on the condition that you are allowing bad behaviors, allowing yourself to be abused, allowing yourself to be pulled down with their negativity, and having to work hard to get yourself back up. It's not about taking things personally. I recognize that it's really not even about me. It's about them. Right? Like sometimes we have situations where it's based on our perception of them. It's our reality. But sometimes it's not. It's based on their reality of where they choose to maintain their life at that specific level and to not heal. You know? You have to rely on your intuition and ask for help from the universe. You know, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, higher self, spirit guides, source, Christ, God. Hey, you guys, I'm perplexed about this situation. What? I need advice. I need guidance, and it will come. I mean, how perfect is it that I fall upon this video of Bashar talking about this very thing? Exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed when I needed it. when I had the time to sit down and know it, it came to me. When I had the mental, emotional capacity to understand it, it came to me. All right, I've got to drive back to my city because I have a date and I have to pick up prescriptions, and I forgot to turn the dishwasher on, and I don't want my house to stink when I get home. So I got to go run back home and turn on my dishwasher. That's okay. I mean, I've got to put my prescription in the refrigerator anyway, so it's fine. Let's see. I got to bring one pen here because I'll be here over the weekend. Love and light and blessings. And I do wish unconditional love for all humans all over this earth. This is unconditional love. This is the path of it. To love yourself, right? Unconditionally. And this surrounding area, if people aren't treating you with value, back away. And if they want to have an adult conversation about it, rather than just not saying anything, right? Say, hey, you know, I'm done with being treated this way. You don't value me. You clearly don't value me. Clearly. So, if I'm not valued in this relationship, why would I want to be in it? I don't. And this is how you live in your joy. This is how you wake up happy. Because you've made the choices of unconditional love. Right? And you allow people the opportunity to see how their negativity and their pain is causing harm to others, is shitting on other people. That is unconditional love. Because you're allowing the opportunity for everyone to grow. Learn. You have the opportunity. You have the choice. Just like I have the choices. And I've made my choices. I hope this helps. Because this is a tough one. And this is with parents, children, spouses, sisters, brothers, besties. Co-workers, bosses. Never allow anyone to treat you in such a way that they devalue you. Don't allow it. Don't do it. The universe will pick you up. I was devalued at my job at CVS. I finally left when I just couldn't take it anymore. I was screaming inside. I left. Not long after I left, COVID hit. I survived it. Right? I went into debt using my credit card to live on. I'd never used a credit card outside of what I could pay pay it to a zero balance at the end of the month. I've never continuously used my credit card and built it up and built it up and built it up. I've never done that in my life until COVID. But I had no income. I was pet sitting. Can't pet sit, nobody's going anywhere. My son helped me as well. Thank God for him. I made a choice. And I have been elevated financially. I make just as much, if not more now, than I did working at CVS. Doing my Reiki business and my pet sitting business. So, have faith. Faith is powerful. Love, light, peace, and joy and happiness. Blessings, blessings, blessings. This is Lisa Lovestone out.